is all set. All right, all right. What's up, guys? Alphonse here, and today's live stream. Welcome to 2020, one of the first live streams that I am on in 2020. I can't believe it's already 2020, guys. I really can't. Today's live stream, we have two guests that will be joining us. One is backstage, and the other is I'm laggy. What are you talking about? Is yes, going on. I can kind of see that. I'm not sure. Um, so one is backstage right now. The other will be joining us very, very shortly. We have a lot to talk about today. So without further ado, I'm going to bring our welcome. All right, we got Michael Pepper in the chat. What's up, Michael?
Nothing much. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for joining us, man. Thanks for joining us. So, all right. How's everybody doing in the chat? We got Miles Tech so far. All right. What's up, Miles? All right. So I wanted to start off by discussing. I've been hearing a lot on the iPhone 12, and I honestly can't believe it. I got the iPhone 11 a couple months ago, and not even like a week later, I already heard the iPhone 12. We just got this like what a couple months ago, and now we're hearing the iPhone 12 is coming out. It's insane. Like all the leaks. What have you heard anything about it? What's your thoughts on
Oh, I've heard a
iPhone
lot.
12?
Varying from, 4 models to 6 models to 8 different models with, 4G and 5G
Yeah,
variants and
that's the
anywhere
thing,
from
man.
it
Go ahead, go ahead.
anywhere from it looking the same to, same as what we already have kind of thing, but a fourth camera on the back to they're getting ready already gonna get rid of the notch to um you know a combination of the two where the notch is going to get thinner and it's almost going to look more like having a forehead in the top, but they're going to thin it out so everything will be kind of spread a lot across the top, and also going to the flat sides like the iPad has.
Yeah,
So
I heard that as well. I was also hearing, and I really hope it's fake, that it's going to lose the charging port. I have I have reservations about this. I do not like that idea. I think it's way too early to get rid of the charging port. Um, and the reason being is we don't even have air power. Air power was in the works for a very long time. We heard a lot of rumors about it, and then when it came time to actually release it, they scrapped it because of issues they had. And now hearing that they're going to release this phone, well, the thing is, for me, I don't I don't know how they plan to charge it. Um, and if they give us a charging pad or whatever, how much is it going to cost? Because honestly, if we did have air power, we'd be paying like probably over $300-400 for it. So would the phone actually be over $1,000 again, like the iPhone 10 was? What's your opinion on that?
so there's a couple different ways they could handle this. They could go straight up Qi charging, where
Yeah, that's true.
or
Oh,
they could.
I actually have behind stage, so I'm bringing it in.
Can y'all hear me?
Oh yeah.
Yep,
Okay, cool.
can hear you, man. Welcome to the stream, man. Thanks for coming on.
Trying to fix myself and then not in the frame.
Look good, man. So, Michael, you were saying?
So, and then the other option would be to use pins like they used on the iPad, where it would be wireless, but
Yeah.
you would basically set it down and it would kind of dock that way. And the idea with that would be that can transfer both power and data. So you could have that plugged into your computer, and for data transfer, you'd be able to have faster speeds than, potentially than AirDrop can bring. Although AirDrop is really fast, so I don't know. I just don't see it.
AirDrop is significantly fast.
So.
Yeah, but I see where you're going with that though. That would be a really cool option. And even having like, let's say you're charging your phone on your computer and you want to transfer stuff. Like if you had a MacBook like you do, if you just want to transfer stuff, having that just pop on your screen saying, "Hey, do you want to connect your phone to your computer?" Just click OK, and then have the window where you can select whatever you want from either your computer to your phone or your phone to your computer. That would be pretty cool.
Plus, it would work with Windows too because it's just USB.
True.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And but here's why, a couple reasons why I think they killed off AirPower. One was there was not a unified, agreed upon method of charging to use. So Apple at the time, they were contemplating Qi charging and another kind of wireless charging.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem was to make it so that they could have charging in their device that wasn't proprietary to them, so you could use it with any charger as well as AirPower, just wasn't going to happen without overheating, and to get the supplies from the company that they were getting the coils from. So they killed the project so that they would have as efficient charging as they could and still bring some form of wireless charging to the device.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
That's true.
and now they've agreed already with a couple of the companies having to do with HomeKit with a standard for like smart bulbs and things
Mm-hmm.
like that. So I think they're working on agreeing on a standard for wireless charging as well. So we could see AirPower come, like they could actually bring that maybe this year.
Yeah.
So
I definitely think um I I definitely think that it would be an option. I don't, like I said, I don't know how many people would like it to charge it, because there's a lot of people who don't agree with charging it wirelessly on a charging pad. But I've seen on Twitter pictures of the wire, but having it magnetically instead of like a lightning cord. Just having not even a thing to plug in. It's just a magnetic thing that just automatically connects to
Like
your
night
phone.
safe.
Um, yeah, yeah. I think that would be pretty cool too.
you mean like this?
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
basically.
Exactly.
but excuse me, but they have third party already doing that. Accessories, cables.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know. Well, we'll have to see.
what I thought was cool about it was the interface. So, like, you set your phone down and you set your watch down, and on your phone it shows what your charge of your watch is at.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I
I
think,
honestly couldn't wait for that.
and now that the new Apple Pencil has the wireless charging, where it charges on
Yeah.
the if they put a spot on on a charging pad for that, you could set your phone, your watch, your AirPods, and your pencil down, and it would all basically use your phone display to show what the charge of the other ones are. Is a neat idea.
Yeah, that's
Well,
true.
before we continue, I just wanted to say Happy New Year, fellas.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, the first thing. And I
Yeah,
got a
you too,
question.
man. You too.
I got, and I have a question since we're talking about tech and we are content creators. I want to see what is the number
Yeah.
one thing that you want to improve in your channel. For me, it's storytelling. I'm working on a blog right now that I'm doing why I'm a content creator.
Oh, awesome. Um, for me, it would be what the heck? Oh, shoot. For me, it would have to be um editing. Honestly, I was having a conversation with Michael earlier. I edit with iMovie right now, and honestly, after the update that iMovie had finally, after I don't know how long of not updating it, um, it's pretty good. Yes, people do say that there's a lot better out there, like LumaFusion, and other things. I just don't like the fact that you have to pay monthly to use these things. iMovie is free. Um, so it's a lot better, in my perspective. Um, but again, I think that there's things in LumaFusion that iMovie doesn't have that would look a lot cooler. You know what I mean? Um, I personally, and this is why I don't use it, I don't like the transitions that iMovie has. So, like, let's say you wanted to do a transition to like a different scene or whatever. If like you were making, like, if I was in my office and I wanted to go outside, but I didn't want to like show my whole house going outside, doing those transitions would be cool. But I don't think, like, if I were to make my own transition, the transitions that are on iMovie, um, I don't think they're like professional. You know what I mean? I think
I agree.
those are for like um, people who are doing school projects and things like that. What do you think, Michael?
It depends because I mean, I'm looking at them right now. There's 24 different transitions. Um, and I guess it depends on how complex you're wanting to go.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, I use most of the simple, like the fades, fade to white, fade to black, slide over, slide up, things like that are all in there. And you can go in and adjust them, so you can adjust like how long it takes um to transition.
Mm-hmm.
So for me,
Yeah.
it's a good starting point, and like you said, it's free, and they've added some stuff. Like I think there's a way you can do chroma key and green stuff in there now, and
Oh, cool.
um
Yeah,
I
there
like
are pretty good
I
stuff.
like the idea that you can export it as an iMovie file. So like you could work on it on your computer and export it as and it will have all the parts and stuff. and put it on like your iPad or your
Yep.
phone and continue to edit it from there, or vice versa. What I don't like
Right.
is that the export options are limited. Like
Right.
you can
Right.
either export directly to YouTube or you can save it as a file. There's not like a export as an MP4, export as, like, they don't really give you the choice when it comes to as much. But I mean, most people are,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to export it as a file, and then that's going to be that's going to be like an iMovie compatible file or MP4 or whatever, or you send it directly to YouTube. I don't know about you, I always export it as a saved file and then upload to YouTube. That way, if
Yeah.
it fails partway through, I already have the
Yes.
saved version.
Yeah, that makes
Yes.
sense.
And the other thing with that is, I had a lot of problems uploading it from iMovie directly to YouTube. So I find it easier to save it to, like I said, I do it from my iPad. So saving it to my iPad to the camera roll, and then going ahead, going to the YouTube app, filling out what everything you need to fill out, and then uploading it from there. You know what I mean? I think, at least for me, it's a lot easier. Um, I was a couple of times I would do it the other way, um, uploading it directly from iMovie, and it would have the loading bar and say failed at the end, and I would be like, okay, what's this about? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's not good. To
Yeah.
answer, so my answer to his question about things I want to work on with my channel would be consistency as far as like topics that I cover. So I'm not all
Yeah.
over the place, and looking at the camera, which is really hard to do. Because
Yes.
like when I'm covering
Yes.
something on the screen, to be looking, so I, like right now I'm looking at the camera, so I'm not looking at you guys, but I am looking at you guys. I'm communicating with you because I'm looking at the camera. But then as soon as I look at you guys, my eyes are off,
Yeah, that's true.
Right. Yeah.
So
I I have a habit where I need to see myself, make sure everything's I'm positioned correctly. If I were to record like this with the cameras at me, I wouldn't be able to know where I am. You know what I mean? If I'm much this way, too much that way. So having it, um, like this is better for me. Yes, I know that the cameras in the back are a little bit better um, quality. So, so I think I would like to do that one day. I'm just trying to figure out, especially now, um, how I go around and um, do that. Because I wouldn't have a way if I were to record like this. I wouldn't have a way to see myself and how I look in the frame.
Yeah, but there's the trick that I,
So, um,
yeah, sorry to interrupt. There's a trick that I learned from Hefe, El Hefe Reviews. On the back, it had a mirror. So
yep.
when he looked, it would be in frame because of the mirror when he was using his Note 8. So you could do that. You like take the
Oh,
mirror, and then you could see yourself, and then you could use
yeah.
the bar.
I actually, yeah. Hang on, I'm gonna actually disconnect my. You know, you guys can still hear me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
So
cool.
yeah, like I was saying
All right,
before,
so
put the mirror, and then you can see yourself.
I used to have this little tripod that I had on the table, but I recently just got this one, and I feel it's so much better If you guys can see,
Mhm.
I know the lighting is a little weird. I actually unboxed this on a live. New York. I think you were on that day. And I love this thing. Now I can actually do videos that are gonna make a lot better. So I'm actually gonna see if there's like an app on my computer where I can have it like a mirror, like you were saying, Tech4YourNeeds. That way I can see myself and start recording.
So,
Yeah, go ahead.
does he realize he muted himself?
I'm not sure. Well, anyway, like I was saying, there's a lot of tricks out there. If you look online, you could do a lot of stuff with mobile recording. But there comes a point when you want to switch to high end gear. Like right now, I was frustrated. I got a Blue Snowball microphone, and I got this headset that I'm showing, but the microphone wouldn't pick up my audio, so I couldn't use it. So I ended up using my phone. So later on, I'm gonna do a test for like 6 months and see what's up with the audio. Why it's not picking up? Because is it because I'm a guest, or it's different when I'm a host? And that's what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah, that's strange to me. But Miles pointed this out, and I actually have done this with a couple of my videos. I had my phone mounted on a tripod.
Can you guys hear me now?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
I can't hear you guys. What? That's weird. I'm gonna see. Hang on, I'm gonna get rid of you guys and make you guys come back. Hang on.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, can you guys hear me now?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yep, I can hear you now. I'm just gonna have to use. Yeah, I can hear you, Luis.
I was laughing because he said, "Can you hear me now?" It's like the commercial.
Yeah, Verizon commercial.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't even know what the heck I was saying, but that was weird. Honestly.
So,
go ahead.
So one thing that I've done a couple times, and I didn't even think about this, and Miles brought up, was if you have an Apple Watch, you can use it to see what's going through your camera on your phone.
Yeah, that's true.
So
yeah,
that's true.
A couple times what I did is I took my phone and I used a rubber band around it to hold it to the tripod, and then I had it angled above for doing like a above shot. And I just used my watch to line things up and start and stop the recording, and then just had to go in and take out the part, where I'm reaching and stopping it. But things like that. But the other thing is, you have the 11, so the front cameras on the 11s are all the same, like 4K as the back.
Yeah, that's true. The thing, my thing, I think it's exporting. It doesn't. When I upload it to YouTube, it doesn't record. It doesn't upload to the 4K that I export from iMovie.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm not sure, because of course YouTube likes to do that to us. And
So
friend Alex here. What's up? Go ahead.
So it never go 4K, or a couple hours.
No, I can't. The max. the max that it'll go to is 1080p.
That's strange.
That's the max that'll do. I record and I make sure on my settings. Hang on, there's my camera because now I can. I love this camera because now you can actually fix it on the camera app, which is so convenient. So video. Yeah, I have it set to 4K at 30. But when it comes to editing it and then putting it into YouTube, it always gets to 1080p. So
there might be a limit on. There might be a transfer limit through AirDrop. So when you AirDrop it from your phone to your iPad, does it show up as 4K on your iPad still?
Ooh, good question.
Go ahead.
Or maybe it's the way that the file is compressed because of the iMovie. I don't know.
Because like if I transfer it to my Mac, the maximum it will output is 1080p, even if I shot in 4K. But that's because I have an older Mac. So, but I also wonder if it's AirDrop.
It probably is, to be honest. Now that I think about it, it probably is. And that's the other.
Can you upscale? Can you upscale the footage on YouTube, like from 1080p, bring it up to 4K? Do you have the ability?
I don't think so.
Oh.
I've done that
because I've never seen the option.
I don't know. I've done that before. I did that when because I shot with my iPhone in 4K, but then I brought in clips on when I had my Note 9, and those were only 1080p, but I exported everything in 4K, so it would have upconverted the 1080p section to 4K.
Yeah. Hey, Miles, you want in? You want to come in the stream with us, man? Miles is my other co-host since my friend Benobi is not around right now. I don't know if you guys know Benobi Tech. I was talking to Michael earlier. He's a YouTuber from
UK,
England. He was my co-host when I first started. Probably did too. All right, let me send the link to Miles real quick. But you guys keep talking. That's fine.
Yeah. So getting back as far as content creator, my blog is going to consist of why I become a content creator and how, from high school to now, I was doing TV production and why it's different because of my age and background. Because back in the day, it was horrible. So I'm doing the blog, but I'm forcing myself to do like a storytelling and try to use cinematic. So that way, I'm trying to go all out with my camera because that video is gonna define everything from now on because it's a comeback. So I'm not trying to hit the base hit. I'm trying to hit the home run with that. So I'm trying to do all the tricks that are created, transition and everything. It's something that I need to do because I just want to prove a point to myself. But I'm working on the storytelling because I want to make it more personable, like I'm talking to a friend, not to the camera, and that's how I'm gonna break it down.
Yeah, I was doing. I think just my last video. I was gonna say my last two, but it was just my last video. I actually did a script of it and what exactly I was gonna say. I didn't exactly say it exactly how I had it written down, but just having a general idea of what you want to say and how you want to say it, it really helps. Because like for me, I'll think about a video and again, I don't know about you guys, but like I'll think about a video and how I want to say it, how I want to present it, and if I don't do the video right away, I'll lose my idea of how I want to do it, and then it completely ends up another way, which is okay, but it wasn't exactly how I pictured it to be. So I'm gonna try to this year again work a little more on scripting and making sure that my videos are exactly how I want them to be. So hopefully that's a thing. This tripod is really gonna help me. What I'm gonna do is have this big tripod for the office, whatever you want to call it, and then my little tripod for if I ever travel and I want to make a video about something, have it for that. So Miles is in. Let's bring him in.
Yo, what's up?
How's it going?
What's up, man?
Good.
Good.
I haven't been on a stream in a while. So.
Yeah, I know, man. I haven't really been streaming, honestly. But thanks for coming on, man. Really appreciate it.
You want to know what's funny? I was like a half hour from Apple Monster last weekend. Like his house. It's kind of weird.
Really? Oh yeah, that's yeah.
Because I went to the Patriots game, so.
Oh yeah, my hometown Patriots.
So why isn't this showing up? Is the comments showing up on screen for you guys?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So I recently got a nice tripod with a ring light. One of test and got that's awesome. And we also got Blogmaster Tech here in the chat. What's up, Blogmaster Tech? Did you guys happen to see anything from CES this past week?
Yep, TLC is the one that's caught my interest, with the TVs and phones coming out strong this year. 5K on the 500 or 400, it's affordable.
All right, so one thing I wasn't gonna mention, but I really, really want to. So you know what? Whatever. They just made a flip phone or a foldable phone. What do you guys think about foldables in 2020?
Well, I guess I'll go first.
Anybody?
I don't see the practicality because, let me explain. I don't see the use of it because if it's not done right, if it's gonna break fast, everything's first generation, so it's like in infancy. So therefore it's gonna have problems. But I just don't see it. I mean, for that, I'd rather have a tablet.
Right.
Yeah, just for my scenario. Mm-hmm. I don't know how everybody feel, but that's how I feel because, if I want something bigger, I'm gonna go to a mini iPad or go to an iPad or go to my laptop. Because the phones, yeah, you could do more if it's unfolded, but it's not the same horsepower.
Yeah. Michael, what are your thoughts?
So to me, one of my concerns is aspect ratio, because one thing I've noticed is, for example, the front of the Fold is this small candy bar, size display, And when you open it up, you have this square display. But when you go widescreen, if you look at the space that you have, the size of the space that the video goes isn't much bigger than if I were to go full screen like on my Note. Because it's a square, it crops off that top and that bottom so much, so you're only getting maybe, I mean, talking about the Note is 6.9 inches. I can't imagine it's much more bigger than that if you talk about the space it's taking up.
Right.
See, the thing is with me, like, I saw the Samsung Galaxy event when they released the Fold, and I saw it, and and then I saw videos of people reviewing it, and the thing that came into mind right away is the bulkiness of it. Like, if it were a little, a little thinner, then sure, fine. But when I saw the Galaxy Fold, I automatically, I didn't like it because putting it in your pocket and all that, and to me, it's just way too bulky. It's a cool idea, don't get me wrong. Having a tablet in your hands, opening a phone, having a tablet right in your fingertips, cool. But,
it's cheaper to just go buy a phone and then buy a tablet, honestly, because it's going to be the same price.
Exactly.
Have separate devices,
Exactly.
honestly. It's going to work so much better.
Yeah.
And it's not really a good phone or a good tablet, in my opinion.
No. Putting that up to the air, you kind of look stupid.
Well,
but go ahead.
So your phone rings, right? And you're using it as a tablet. So are you going to close it so you can answer it and hold it right? Then
it's probably going to hang up a phone call.
Then it might hang up on you. The other thing is, how are you going to use it for GPS in your car unless you use the tiny screen, because none of those mounts will go wide enough for when that thing's open.
Yeah, exactly.
That's funny.
So when they
I
show
gotta
off
say, when it
using...
comes to foldable phones,
no, but they'll have accessories for that. So in place, they have, so you can mount when it's open bigger. The thing that I have problem with is just the practicality. I don't really see an everyday person using it. I see it more for the business person. If I'm going to a meeting, if it comes with an S Pen, for example, you pull out the S Pen of the phone and you take a note, stuff like that, but it's not for everyday consumer.
Yeah. Tech Lover Mama says, no, they probably think everyone is into Bluetooth answering call. Yes, exactly. Which not a lot of people are. I mean, I speak from experience. My mom has a Subaru, and it has Bluetooth in her car, and she still, when the phone rings, she still tries to reach for her phone. Right. She's not used to that technology yet. Us, we're young people, so we're into that generation. But older people don't understand that. They don't have patience to learn how to do that.
Oh, Nikius
Molina in the chat. Nikius, what's up, man?
And I met him in real life.
Wait till Apple releases a style. All of your mouths will be shut. Nikius, come on the chat, bro. Come on with us. Let's talk, man. Do you have time, man?
Niki's had a meeting in Boston where I live, and a meetup, and I met him at the Apple store.
Yeah. I was supposed to go to that, but I had an appointment and I couldn't make it. So that kind of stunk, but I was going to go.
So how
That
far
was
are you from
awesome.
Boston?
Dickies, when are you going to be in Boston?
Oh, I'm
Me? I'm an hour.
Oh, that's not bad.
I'm 7 hours.
I
Yeah, now
am.
you are.
I have no how far. Let's see.
Damn, man. That sucks. Next time, man. Hit me up on Twitter. We gotta set up a stream for ourselves, man.
I am 13 hours and 26 minutes from Boston.
Jeez,
Wow. Okay. Not bad.
And the thing is, from the
No
Apple
plans for
Store,
Boston. Man,
There's no plans. Like I was saying, from my Apple Store, I'm 10 minutes away. So the Apple Store and the Microsoft is 1 minute away. When it's in the mall, when I open the door, across the street is the Apple Store.
dude, we talked about it one time, and I actually, last time I was in Boston, I actually passed by the Apple Store, and I'm like, what the heck? I wanted to go in there so bad. Boston is like 2 hours.
I
What is
have.
your favorite product of the
that's hard.
Okay. Oh, Nikius asks a good question. What is your favorite product of the decade?
Apple Watch.
Yeah.
AirPods.
Yeah, exactly. Me, iPhone 11. And that's because this is the only thing from the decade that I have. Well, from this past couple months that I've had. I do think other products are cool, like the MacBook. But I have money for that. Even though I'm really tempted to buy one sooner or later, but we'll see. What about you, Michael?
So I'm gonna go with something that's not technically a physical product.
Oh God.
And I'm gonna say AI
Okay.
technology, like when it comes to camera technology and things like that. So the ability to use your smartphone and night mode, HDR, all that stuff that is automatically done that we would have thought of 10 years ago as like, hey, this is going to be on your phone and it's going to be in a chip that's like the size of your thumbnail. So.
Yeah. Exactly. Nikia says Kernel is the best product of the decade. I gotta say, man, it really is a cool app. I find myself on it checking out movies and stuff every. Really cool app.
Yeah, like
Shout
that.
out to Nikias, man. I really wish he was on chat, but next time, man. Yeah, it's an.
He muted himself again.
Again.
Why?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to DM you later, Michael, because I want to get my microphone working. So I don't know if you can help me.
Yeah, I can help you with that.
Because I don't know, the microphone's practically new. So I don't know why it's not working for this live stream. It picked up my webcam and everything, but I can't pick up the audio from the microphone.
That's weird.
Mm-hmm. Even my headphones, I could hear, but I can't really, talk in the microphone. So I'm annoying. Oh, 1 2 1 2 microphone check.
I can't hear him.
Yeah, he's muted.
I can hear everybody else though.
That was weird.
I think it's the second time that happened.
Is he using built-in microphone or external, I wonder?
Yeah, the reason that I picked that Apple Watch because it's my favorite tech, because it forced me to do exercise. Because of it, I'm going in the right direction. I lost 11 pounds, so that's why I picked it. I like the constant nagging, so therefore, and by seeing the rings, it forced me to do more activity. But okay, I want to go get it. I want to do it. I want to do this for my health. You know what I mean? And that's the reason that I chose the best product of the day. I have the Apple Watch, the 5. I don't have the 4. I never had the 4. I jumped from the 3 to the 5. I'm answering Nikia's question. So I went from the 3 to the 5. Skip the 4.
We still can't hear him.
I just sent him a private chat, so we'll see if he gets it.
Maybe he needs on the headphones or something.
Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, I mean, I could go with the Apple Watch. Because I mean, with me, it's helped with heart conditions and stuff. But I was just thinking of overall.
But anyway, we could keep the chat going and talking because it's awkward being too much silence.
Yeah. That's weird.
Keep up with it. Yeah. So, Michael, what kind of camera you have?
Well, that I'm using right now is I'm using the Logitech. I'm using the Logitech C920 right now. Did we all go quiet?
I can't hear you either.
Uh-oh.
I don't know what's going on. Oh, yeah, I saw your last video, Milo. That was a nice video. I'm trying to work on my comeback to YouTube. So I have the equipment, just got to make it happen.
Now can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now perfectly, but I cannot see you at all.
What? Really?
Oh, there you go.
That was weird.
Mm-hmm. No, I was asking what kind of camera you have.
Oh, I have the Logitech. It's the C920.
I got the 22, but that was not my question. I would like camera for video recording.
Oh, I just use my iPhone for my videos.
Oh,
I have the Lumia G7. That's what I'm using.
Come back on.
Yeah, let me get my camera. I'll show you in a minute. This is what I have.
Yeah, somebody was selling one of those on Twitter the other day. They were selling one of those along with 2 lenses, and then they had a third lens that they were thinking about selling too.
This is the lens, one of the lenses. And the reason I have it because
I have a great idea. I know how I can hear.
On a giveaway. The reason I have it because I won in a giveaway. And the channel was Mac Gervais that I won from me.
Yo, what's happening? Okay, now it's just echo. That's a bad idea.
Yeah, too loud.
I just hung up. He's gonna be like, "What the heck?" It was echoing. Nothing I can do about it.
You guys hear me now?
Yeah, what the heck?
Yes.
You know, in
Yeah.
theory, if we were all on Apple devices, we could, and he was on a Mac, we could FaceTime him. He could grab the screen capture of it and do it that way, but that's just too much
Oh.
work.
I got Windows. I got a Dell.
Or
too poor
Skype
for
or
Apple.
whatever.
I just messed with my camera. I haven't.
Can someone delete that comment on?
Oh, yeah, you can put them. It's okay. You can put them on timeout.
Or you can just go beast mode like you didn't block him. That's okay too.
I just put him in timeout.
I'm doing a section. Wow, I can see y'all. Let me check this out.
Bro, I got mics everywhere. Got a mic here, another mic.
And the only reason, like I said, I got this camera is because I won in a giveaway. It was 425 people, and I was the lucky winner. And the channel is Max Fury that I won from. So,
That's pretty cool.
I won the camera, the kit lens, and this prime lens. It's a 25 millimeter 1.4 aperture.
Nice.
It should let Apple Monster refresh his page, and he should be able to come back without losing the stream, I would think, but
Yeah, I think you could do that. Put this right here.
I've done it on my streams.
yeah, because as long as somebody's in there, it won't kick out. Because we've had times before, well, Tech4YourNeeds has seen it before where there's been like some of those guys that have lost their signal in the middle of streaming or something, and everybody else just stays in and then they come back in.
Right. I could hear one for a second, but
that was weird.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me now?
Oh yes.
Yeah, he's
loud and clear.
Okay, good. Okay, good. That was weird. Okay, so now I'm just gonna use this mic because I don't know, maybe that other one's trash or whatever. This is the one I use for talking to my friends while gaming and stuff, so whatever. You guys can hear me.
Yeah, it's fine.
Alright, cool. Let me just see if I sound okay on stream.
Yeah, you sound fine.
I thought you guys were gonna take over my stream. Honestly.
I was gonna.
Alright. Tech over Mom, I'm gonna add you as a moderator. And Michael, can you comment something so I can add you as well as one of my moderators?
Yeah, just a second here. I gotta get to the
So yeah, so blogging in public, it doesn't matter to me. At the beginning, I was shy, but now I just don't care. It's whatever, you know what I'm saying? As long as I get the video across and the point, and the most important thing when you're doing blogging is your storytelling. But if you also don't have a clear voice or something, you could try to enunciate and better. So make it like you're talking to the camera. I mean, not the camera, by a person. Like, hey, welcome, blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? Because some people are boring and stale and robotic. So.
Yeah, It's one of those
Right.
things that, like, when you first get started, that happens, and then the more you go and the more you go, you figure out, and even being on live streams and stuff helps figure out, um, like, gets you more comfortable with talking, and you can just talk like like you're actually talking to somebody even when nobody's there.
Right.
Otherwise, you just kind of...
I honestly, when I began live streaming, when I began my channel, I was doing live streams by myself, and literally, I would talk about everything I wanted to talk about in like 15 minutes, and there would only be like 1-2 people on stream, and it would die quickly. They wouldn't even communicate with me through chat or anything. So then I was talking to, again, um, and he said, "Hey, as long as I can do it, I'll be your co-host." And we started doing the co-host thing for a couple months, and it was awesome. But now he's doing something for his church where he's out for 2 years. Um, so
The
hopefully
movie.
next year he'll come back. He said he emails me every week, so we talk about what's been going on. And hopefully when he gets back, he'll have a lot of time to do streams on his channel and videos, and I'll also be on my channel, so it'll be pretty cool. Yeah, I honestly, in the beginning, you guys could tell that like I wasn't used to being on camera, but now I'm getting a lot better at it. And it's helped being on live streams, talking to you guys, being on other people's live streams, being able to communicate. I don't think I would go back to what I was doing before and doing live streams by myself. I don't think I could do that. Just because the stream would die really, really quick because I'd go so fast on what I want to talk about. So it always helps having people, you know.
Usually I try to do a stream and have people on, but sometimes nobody can join me and I just have something I want to talk about, so I just go on and I chat for a little bit, and then it kind of becomes a video, instead of sitting down to record to post a video, I just have an idea, so I just sit down and hit live and go on talk, and then it goes right up, and it's not as high resolution. I can't edit, and add stuff, but sometimes I do that
Right.
and just to get the words to flow, and kind of, I don't want to write something out. I just already have it in mind, so I just sit down, plop my phone down, hit record, send it up.
You kind of
Yeah.
could say,
Yeah.
I'm like your second thing coach, whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Co-host, that's what I meant to say.
Well, I get to have an exciting moment next Tuesday and get to have Tech Odyssey on my channel.
Ooh, that's good.
Oh,
So,
awesome.
I'm starting a new series, and basically my idea is at least once a month I want to have a creator on, and I'm going to do an interview style thing. So it's like a get to know the creator. So we'll get to learn about his, background and things like that. And he was just at CES, so that will come into play. But I feel like we don't really
Oh, that's
know a lot
awesome,
about
man.
each other. So to sit down and do an interview style thing like that, it's been something I wanted to work on for months, but nobody's been able to do it. And he finally was like, sure, I'll come on. So that'll be awesome.
That's awesome. Can't wait to see that, man.
Yeah.
So what are you guys' plans video wise for 2020? Do you guys have anything you guys want to accomplish and do? And
Well, like I said earlier, work on my storytelling and also on editing software that I'm using, Adobe Premiere. So I'm a beginner. So I get the concept and everything.
Yeah.
It's just trying to work on those two things because now videography is not that bad. I did 2 weddings and I edited on Adobe Premiere, but it was not the Adobe Premiere Advanced. It was a low Adobe Premiere. So
Oh,
elements.
okay.
So I did the elements. That's the basics.
Yep.
So I edited those 2 weddings. I did it for my cousin and a friend, and everybody was happy. You know what I mean? Because what I did with
Oh,
the
that's
story,
awesome.
I have the groom and bride talk throughout the wedding, like they was narrating the wedding. So therefore, they'll talk about the section of, when they did the vow, they'll talk about this. So I did it like that, different than everybody else, not a regular video.
Oh, that's pretty good, man. That's pretty good. What about you guys, Michael and Miles?
I think
Anything you guys want to?
I want to post more than I post now, than once a month.
Yeah, and honestly, Miles, like I told you before, make an intro and outro and stuff like that, man. It really helps grow your channel.
I have one created that Ben Ovi created me, and I just haven't added it into a video yet. So I should probably do that.
Oh, you got it. You should, man. It really helps. Also, putting the links to your social media, getting people to know you a little bit more,
Right.
and communicate with you. It, like I said, it really helps. So, but I'm actually gonna be ending the stream pretty shortly, guys. Just want to give you guys a heads up.
Okay. So
because I have an appointment, so I have to get ready.
My thing for 2020 is I started a second channel because my background, my major when I went to college was photography. And so I wanted to do a channel that's kind of like my portfolio for that, but also like when I do these camera reviews, I don't want to have a video where I'm showing what I'm doing and then have the result of that in the same video because it might be too long. So the idea is I can show this is how I edit, this is like the technical side of it, and then have the actual results be on another channel. Plus, I don't want to have I don't want to have a mixture of things. So I don't want to have tech here and my photography and videography little projects, things that I like to do here because I know that might affect the algorithms and like viewership and stuff like that. So having a separate channel for that is helpful. Plus, if one fails, it doesn't affect the whole channel.
Right.
Like if people don't like the videography and photography, they don't have to see it. It will be on a separate channel. And if people do, it's over there. If they don't like tech, they can, they can go to one channel and they know exactly where it is. So
yeah. Make sure you guys check all their channels in my description below. I have them all. I'm going to add Miles the stream, so make sure you guys check that out. So I'm gonna actually end the stream, guys, now because I can hear my mom trying to get ready to go. So I really enjoyed talking to all of you. I really hope you guys come back and talk to me real soon. It's been a real pleasure. Michael Pepper, thank you for taking a live to us. Really appreciate it, man. It was great to get to know you. And shoot me a DM on Twitter and we can talk a little bit more, man. It would be awesome to get to know you and have you on stream again, man.
Yeah, I want to have you on mine sometime.
So,
I might even do a.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I might even do a special edition because I know you said you are available more in mornings, so I might even just have you on in the morning and then have it like the replay go public during my normal time if you want to do that. So
Yeah, awesome. Awesome, man. All right, guys. Thank you guys all for tuning in, being a part of the chat. It was awesome to talk to you guys again. And again, happy 2020. May this year be one of very successful things for all of you guys. And I will see you guys in the very next live stream. Apple Monster out.